Why is everywhere dark? Hi guys, how you doing? Good afternoon. Hi Obisoya, how you doing? Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining. How you doing? My people are here. How you guys doing? Good afternoon. Long time no see. You people should not be angry. You people should not be angry. In fact, I said today, I must come. I said today, no matter how it is, I must come. I just left TikTok live session. I said I must come and greet my YouTube people. That it's been a while. Though. So people will not say that Omowunmi just abandoned us like that. I've been having difficulties securing my first. That is how it is always. How many months have you been trying to land your first remote job? You're saying you're struggling. Shey, I know to tell people that even me it took me 6 months. Eh? How have you been applying to jobs? Let's start like that. How have you been applying to jobs? How? How? You can't be my YouTuber and you're still struggling. That is why I made a video. That is why I created a video on how I even apply to jobs. How I apply to jobs. I taught you, I train you guys. I created a video on how I apply to jobs, how I use my ChatGPT, how I write my cover letters. Everything is now on my channel. You can also use that as a guide. You can also use that as a guide. Because one thing is that remote job, I always tell people, it is not magical. That is why I'm always there to support you. If there's anything you think I should talk about, if there's anything you just think, yeah, maybe this is where the problem is, I'm always there to support. So basically, that is it. So, Aisha, how are you? Richard, Oluloyo Aisha, apply on LinkedIn, I create Fiverr gig. See, you see LinkedIn. Hmm. Let me first start with LinkedIn. Me, I always say this room, and I'll say it again. You see LinkedIn, I will say, yeah, sorry. You see on LinkedIn, I can say that 60% of the jobs on LinkedIn are just for cruise and engagement, honestly. And even if you go to the job section on LinkedIn, job section, you don't just apply to jobs. I think I might have to make a video about, I might have to make a video about LinkedIn itself, on how you can search for remote jobs on LinkedIn, and also how you can search if the job is real or not. Don't just jump and say, I want to apply for a remote job on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has to do with a lot of research. You need to come correct as well with the way you collect, with the type of post you post. And LinkedIn is not, see, before I started getting recognized on LinkedIn, it, it took me over 3 years on LinkedIn. Because the very first time I even landed my first remote job on LinkedIn, I was even scammed. That's the saddest truth about the LinkedIn of the thing. I was scammed because I worked for the client for a month and the client ghosted me and I ran away from LinkedIn. That is it. So I think what I will do is I might try to create a video about LinkedIn, how to apply to job on LinkedIn. Well, I can't teach you how to show up on LinkedIn because I'm not a content creator coach. I think that's where the problem is. I'm not a content creator coach, but I really, really wish I can. I just found your account. I'm trying to be virtual assistant as a newbie. Well, I train people on how to be a VA. But you can kickstart your journey if you don't have the money. Yes, you can kickstart your journey by watching my videos here on YouTube. So, guys, what's up with you guys? Any question for me? What do you guys want us to talk about today, my people, my small family? Mm? Mm. Commissioner here is asking that where are you landing most of your jobs, man? My number one platform is Upwork. My number one platform is Upwork. If you check my Upwork profile now, I have four open jobs, two full time and two part time jobs. Another one is LinkedIn. But LinkedIn, I get job on LinkedIn because of the way I'm showing up. Because of the way I'm showing up on LinkedIn. That's how I got job on LinkedIn. In fact, the full time job that I got that is on my Upwork now, the client reached out on LinkedIn and hired me on Upwork. So the way you show up on LinkedIn also matters. But I'm not a content creator coach. Maybe I would have like the best content to create for you on how to go about it. My social media manager has been helping me show up rightly on LinkedIn, honestly. But one thing I can just say is that if you want to show up on LinkedIn and you want people to search for you, always post content on how you can solve problems in your niche. Always post content about how you can solve clients' problems in your niche. That will really, really help. So for me, I use Upwork, I use LinkedIn, I use Simply Hired, I use Flex Jobs, and I do more of code outreach too. That's what I. But now that I have enough job, it's been decades that I visited those sites now because I don't need the job. And I told you guys there was a time I even tried to create a new Upwork account, and within 3 days I landed my first gig there. But since I don't need the job, why do I have to apply for the job? So that is it. I want you to talk about. Lola Aisha is asking. One moment, guys. Please, one moment. See, now how do I do say I dey do like this? I've been washing clothes today before. Rain constant. Now rain don't go. I won't go put the clothes back. For some, make some bit am. Olula is asking. I want to answer a question. I want to talk about what we need to do as a beginner. When you get a job now as a beginner in the first day, what do you do? That's a good question. Hmm. See, just give me 1 minute. Let me do all this clothes so that my brain can work with this question where they ask me. Ah, I say, if you are a mother, well done. Because it's not easy to be a mother. Ah, God, I beg. But see what they use it because of her, they do this wahala like this. One moment, too. I just want to place my phone down. She don't dey my mama side. She don't know say I dey wash her clothes for her. Sorry guys, I'm coming oh. So the very first thing is that the moment you land your first remote job and your client sends you an offer, by then you should already have an idea of what you'll be doing as a virtual assistant. They should like you should have gone through the job description when you apply to the job so you can have an idea. So the very first thing you will do day one will be more of onboarding. It will be more of onboarding, especially if you're working for a company. It will be more of onboarding, introducing you to the team, telling you, hey, this is what we need help with, this is what will be helping us. They will introduce you to the tools they use in the office, they will train you. But if your job is executive assistant role, okay, don't let me even go to executive assistant role now. If it is a company, your first 1 week will be more of training. They will train you. Because this is my customer remote job that I'm doing right now, my full-time customer remote job. I was trained for 2 weeks and I was paid for it. They will train you. If they train you about something today, you start working on that thing that day. They'll train you on another thing. They'll train you on another thing, and before you know, you get better. But if it is an executive assistant role, those people, they are not training you. Oh. They will just give you tasks to start doing because they believe that you know how to do it. Because imagine as an executive assistant, your client ask you like, okay, book this flight for me. Like your client is saying, book this flight for me. My love, are you expecting your client to teach you how he books flights? That's why I always say that if you want to be an executive assistant, you need to come correct or don't come at all. Or if you're a travel planner, that's why I always say that if you want to be a travel planner VA, the first thing you want to do is to intern with all these companies so that I can have an idea of how to serve them better. That is it. So, like to cut the long story short, they will do the onboarding for you. They will tell you the expectation, what they need help with, how they use the tools in their own company, how they want you to do it, connect you with other team members, and Nigeria, you don't start your journey with that no hard. So, I've not get any job. I'm just asking. So, at least this will really help you when you land your first job. Please, ma, talk more on code outreach, ma. Okay, you see something about this code outreach is that whenever you want to send out code outreach to people, I want you to think of it like this. I want to reach out to this person. Why do I want to reach out to this person in the first place? Why? I want to help the person, right? How can I help the person? I don't know if you guys are getting me. How can I help the person? Because if you are coming to me, let me even use my brand as an example. If you are coming to me and you are saying that work from home, I want to work for you as a virtual assistant. I'll manage your calendar. I'll manage your email. My dear, it will not work because that is not what I need help with. That is why you need to make a deep research about the company. What do they need support with? And the moment you know what they need support with, you will now pitch according to that. And your code outreach should have 3 paragraphs. I think I should be noting what I'm about to say because I might not say it again. 3 paragraphs. That is what your cover letter should have. 3 paragraphs. The first one should talk about the client's problem and why they should hire you, how you can help and why they should hire you. I will repeat that again. Your first paragraph should talk about the client's problem. We also call it pain points, how you can help them, and why you are the best fit for the role. Then the second paragraph, oh my god, oh this clothes don't dirty. And the second paragraph should be your skill sets and how your skill sets can help them in need of their problem. And the third paragraph should be a strong call to action. If you watch my YouTube video on cover letters, by now you should understand what I'm talking about. So that is one thing about code outreach. You don't just send one cover letter for several jobs because several companies with different problems. So you don't want to use one cover letter for all the jobs because it will not convert. That is the honest truth. It won't convert. Exactly. Kifa is asking, Kifan, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, sorry. Just made my first portfolio for my very first job. What do you think about this? It's good. Having a portfolio is good too. Someone is asking, do you pay for Connect when you create the new Upwork account? I did pay for Connect. They will ask you to buy Connect. And there is no way you create an account on Upwork that you will not need Connect. You need to buy Connect on Upwork to apply to jobs on Upwork. It is no longer news again. You should always tell you people. It is no longer news. You need Connect to apply to jobs on Upwork. Applying to job on Upwork is not free. Please, how How do I land my first job on Upwork without connect? The only way you can land your first job on Upwork without connect is when you optimize your profile and you just sit like this, waiting for someone to send you an invitation to apply for jobs, and you are able to apply well and you got the job. If not, you need to keep trying. That is the honest truth. If not, you need to keep trying. That's just the honest truth. Hmm? Wait, you go come wash your clothes by yourself. I don't feel wash am. So that is it. Hello, I hear some people say they submit more than 20 resumes daily. Where do they see all this job opening? Ah, you ask them more, cause me I don't know. But I know say jobs they where job they. That's one thing that I know. I know say job they where job they. So that's why you need to have at least your top three or top four or top five websites where you search for remote jobs every day. While some people pay to join some third party websites where they post verified jobs and they apply to jobs on those platforms like every day. So that might also be another way in which they apply for that job for those jobs. So basically that might be how emphasis on that, how they are getting those jobs. But since I don't have any reasons to apply for remote jobs, I don't know. So thank you very much. How do I get those? I think I've answered that. How much is the connect? Just go on Upwork. I think 100 connect is $15. Yes, 100 connect is $15. So you can try and buy it. So that is it. Is it 100% guaranteed that I'll get a job after buying the Upwork Connect? Guarantee care. There's nothing like guarantee. Oh. The connect is just what makes you apply to jobs on Upwork. Your guarantee is how best you're able to apply to the job and the client guarantee care. If that's how it works, do you know how many people would have bought that connect? Well, it's just like you saying that. What gave me the guarantee that I will get a job if I call the HR that I'm looking for jobs? Because you need credit, you need airtime to call your HR, right? So that's the question you're asking me. I've Someone is asking, I've had an Upwork account for some times. Do you think I should create another one? Because I think algorithm may not favor my old account. What do you think? Ah, algorithm, like a TikTok. Well, that's wow. It doesn't affect anything, no. What can affect your Upwork profile is if your profile is not optimized, is not keyword set. That is just it. If you don't choose the skill section very well, that is what can affect your Upwork account too. So there's nothing like code account. Another thing is even if you try to create two accounts on Upwork, Upwork can ban both accounts. So that's why you even need to be very, very careful, sir. Hi, Mr. Steven. How are you, sir? Good afternoon. How are you, sir? So, Omokaro is saying, as a data analyst, intern, and virtual assistant, should I use same resume or both? You need to do separate resume for them. Separate resume. Separate resume. Don't confuse your clients to think that you are not an expert in both. So always use somebody cannot even send anything to steal in this freezer. See as water cold, see block. And we don't have lights in our area. Oh. And my inverter has been inverted. So just create two separate CV. That's the honest truth. Don't mind me that I'm walking around, I'm doing that stress, but I'm talking to you people. If not, I not go do. So how do I properly optimize my Upwork profile, please? I have a video about it on my YouTube channel here. You can check it out. It's there. Yay! You can check it out. It's there. So yeah. Any other question, my loves, my darling? What else do I want to do in this picture? Okay, I think I already put this one here. Yeah, I'll just put that one. I think I can put it together. But what if I find this one? Okay. So, Mr. Steve is saying, as a lead generation specialist, do I use my LinkedIn sales navigator account or the client? You need to use the client's one. You need to use the client's one. It's different than using your own. I hope administrative virtual assistant is okay. Of course. Of course. And one thing is that if you're an admin VA, you can even work as a real estate VA. You can work as an Airbnb VA. You can work as an executive assistant VA. You can even work as a customer support VA. Because everything, they relate one kind, one kind. They relate one kind, one kind. Basically, please, ma, where do I get companies to send code outreach to? The very first thing you want to understand is who do I work for? If you understand the companies you work for, then you start searching for them on Google. If you understand that you work for coaches, what type of coaches? Is it VA coaches? Is it you should understand what I'm saying. Then start searching for them. Coaches in US, coaches in this city, coaches in that. Then the information will pop up on Google. And you can use that to do what? To reach out to them. So you know hard. But the only thing is that come correct. That is the only thing. Come correct. If you're able to come correct, you'll be able to land the more jobs with code outreach. Code outreach can be tiring. That's the honest truth. Code outreach can be tiring because you might send code outreach and everything will just be total silence before you now started hearing back from them. Before you now started hearing back from them. So now person will get mind to do code outreach. Yeah. Please, I'll go on Upwork soon. I hope to get a job soon. Sure. You're welcome, Omokara. Ruth is asking, thank you for answering my question. What are reliable sources of data that will leave? Thank you for answering. What are reliable sources of data that will not leave one stranded? So when it comes to code outreach, or which one? So I can know how best to answer your question. Please let me know. Please let me know. I also have a story for you people. But once you people are done with your question, let me know so that I can gist you people. That's why I said my YouTube people. It's like I'm loving my YouTube people now more than my TikTok. I told them today, I said, see, I'm going to miss my family. It's like having a second wife. It's like having a second wife. So I'm going to gist you people today. Don't mind me. They do no allow us to do distract you people. Without having a certain number of connects, Upwork account will not be verified. Outreach. That is not true. It is not true. When it comes to verification of Upwork account, Upwork is the only person, or the only company, or the only I don't know if it is a person that be if it is a something that can tell you when you need to verify your account. When I started my own virtual assistant on Upwork, Upwork did not allow me to verify my account until I landed my first gig. That was when Upwork said I should verify my account. Some people, the moment Upwork, let's assume that you said that on your Upwork account, you said that you are in UK. You say you are in UK. Upwork now detects through your IP that you are in Nigeria. Upwork might force you to verify your identity, verify your location because they want to be sure. As we speak, as at last 2 weeks, I created another detailed video for my September cohort on how to create their Upwork profile from scratch. And I used a new account, new email entirely. And when I was done with the video, like what I did on the video for my student was that I created a new email and I started optimizing the profile from scratch. for them so that they can learn. And when I was done, Upwork asked me to verify my identity. That was 2 weeks ago. So it is only at Upwork discretion that can tell you to verify your account or not. So it is not a matter of connect. Connect is just the only way you can apply to jobs on Upwork. But that is not the only way to get remote jobs on Upwork. I don't know if my English, maybe it's the English that I'm speaking that is too small. Because I know I don't understand big English. That one, I'm so sure of that one. I'm so sure that I don't understand big English. I'm so sure of that one. So that is it. One moment, guys, please. I need to pick something. One moment, but keep your question coming. I'll be answering them as I clean my house because it is weekend. If I don't do it now, I'll find myself doing it at night, and I don't want to work at night. So, um, cold emailing is the best for me, and it's worked with the right strategy. Exactly. When you do code outreach, it really, really helps. I just hired another EA, even though I needed to hire another EA now. It was true. The person just reached out to me and told me how she can help me. Like, and I was like, wait, wait, wait. I think this person is communicating. And I was like, how? And she was able to tell me how she can help me. And she's working for me. How many days does it take the Upwork account to be verified? As long as Upwork asks you for the details and you're able to provide the details for Upwork, why not? I think within 24 hours. I think within 24 hours, yes, your account will be verified. Okay, you can still land the job even if your account is not verified yet. Of course. If your account, because one thing is just that the moment the client sends you an offer, Upwork will force you immediately to verify your account. Immediately. And Upwork will tell you that if you don't verify your account, you will not be able to get paid, to receive your payments on the platform. So basically that is it. What are the requirements for Upwork verification? Just your identity card. Maybe your driver's license, maybe your driver's license, your international passport is just the top one, sha. If you have your international passport, yeah. And if you are in Nigeria and you only have NIN, you don't have international passport, ensure that it is a plastic one. It is a plastic one. Upwork will not take the paper one. Ensure it is a plastic one. If not, Upwork will not take that. And Upwork will also ask you to scan your face, just the same way when we are trying to verify our identity. So that is it. Can I have your email? Please, you cannot have my email. Oh. If you want to reach out to me, send a DM on my TikTok channel. Then we can talk from there. Because if you send me a mail, I won't see it. I won't see it if you send me a mail. I won't see it. It's my executive assistant that will see it. And before she sees, maybe on Monday or Tuesday when she's checking, when she's doing her normal routine. So the best way to reach out and to get response quickly is through any of my social media platform, maybe on my Instagram or on my TikTok. But my TikTok is the fastest because that is where I create content the most and all. So and not all my staff works weekend. So will you have problem with verification if you use VPN? Why do you want to use VPN in the first place? Do you want to lie about your location? One thing that I always tell people is that if you want to succeed on Upwork, you don't have to lie because your lie will come back to you. Imagine a client want to hire someone from the United States and your account stated United States, Abby. The client now hire you. The client was now asking you, where do you stay in the US? You don't know. Let's assume you even know. You already have your lies ready. If the client now said, I want you to make call, well, several ways shall dey wey be say àṣírí ẹ̀ ṣáà máa tú ṣáá ni. if you lied about your location. That is why I will always advise my students not to lie about their location. So you don't need VPN. You don't need VPN. I don't use VPN. And look at me, I'm a top rated plus freelancer on Upwork. Kind people shall see me. People cannot see me, don't worry. At least you can share hear what I'm saying. So that I think that's the most important thing. 'Cause I don't know how this place plenty again like this. After my husband don't let me wash plate this morning. I don't tire. So guys, if you have any question, feel free to bring it in and I can gist you guys something. But if you guys are ready for the gist, you can let me know if you are ready. If not, bring your question ready. Bring your question. Oh. I will bring them coming then. Lama if you say so don't be saying body. Obokara said I should go ahead with the gist. I think it's only Obokara that wants to hear that one. My people are not ready for my gist. So guys, if you have any other question, feel free to drop it in the comment section and I can answer all your questions. Because after this session like this, I want to go and back and probably go out. Yes. I think I can just go out and maybe have lunch outside, have some wine. I'm just tired. Yeah. Okay, you guys I should tell you guys the gist. Okay. So guys, okay, have I ever I'm not sure if I've told you guys. I'm not sure. But let me ask. Have I told you guys how I landed an executive assistant role? That the client is looking for someone from the United States and I applied and I got the job. Did I tell you guys? Can I do my internship with you? I already have a portfolio. Angela, we're not taking any intern right now. I have enough people working for me already, honestly. But if anything comes up, I'll let you know. Ma, how do you manage to win interviews with clients? That is a good question. Oh. You see, when it comes to interviews, one thing that has been helping me, emphasis on me, is that I always speak the recruiter's language. I always let me answer Abiodun. Abiodun is asking like Abiodun is asking a good question, so let me answer. You know that's why I'm always on YouTube to answer all your questions. One thing is that I always speak the interviewer's language. So for example, let's assume the role has to do with customer support. And the very first thing about interview is that you know the very first question that an interviewer will ask you that will determine if they will hire you or not. I'm saying this from my experience as an HRVA because if I ask you, can I meet you or can you tell me more about yourself? And everything you are telling me does not relate with the role, all your experience does not relate with the role, then it doesn't make any sense. Imagine I want to hire you as a customer support VA. And what you are telling me is that, hey, my name is Angela. I just completed my virtual assistant training. I have experience in CRM management, database, clinical, blah, 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 blah. It will not work. Now imagine another person coming to me and saying that, hey, hello, my name is Steven. I'm a customer support. I help companies with managing their emails, their phone calls. I manage their CRM database. I have empathy skills. I have great communication skills. I want to ensure that I understand the business and now I can serve the customer better. And I'll be so happy and glad to work with the company so I can contribute my experience to the growth of the company. I'm speaking customer support role answer. I'm not just scattered. And even if they ask you about your experience, if you don't have one, you can even say you have experience working with a non-governmental organization as a customer support. Everything you should be talking about should be customer support, customer support, customer support, customer support. That is what will give them the edge. Like, yes. So speak English that they understand. Speak English that they understand. Speak it. If you speak it, you get the job. You see those people that they are getting that jobs, they don't have two heads. They don't have two heads. I always tell my students, they don't have two heads. And when you are saying you are being intentional about applying for remote jobs, are you intentional? Because what majority of us call intentional is not intentional. What majority of us call intentional is not intentional. Unless we want to deceive ourselves. Unless we want to deceive ourselves. Whenever I'm searching for job, oh, I know they sleep. Oh. I know they sleep. How I want to even sleep. When I know say I get responsibilities, how I want to sleep. And I'm not saying you should not sleep, not the fact that maybe sleep. Like any free time like this, I'm applying for jobs. I'm redoing my cover letters. I'm redoing my CV. Something will shark click. But you're applying for a remote job, you only apply once a week. Or you only do wuru to the answer. I apply to 20 jobs in a day. How? How? It doesn't work that way. Job strategy goes a long way. So any other question? They said Mr. Steven said I already told them, so I don't need to say it again. Mr. Steven knows it. So everybody go ask Mr. Steven what this is all about. It's like Mr. Steven don't know him. Everybody should go and tell Mr. Steven. Should go and meet Mr. Steven to tell you people. Omo, I swear I need house help. Oh. If anybody have any agent in Ibadan that can help me get an house help, I really appreciate it. My former house help, they don't carry her go marry. She don't go marry. She don't go marry. Oh. She don't remain only me like this. So guys, any other question for me? If you have any question, let me know. If you have any question, please let me know. No, tell us this. It's better coming from you. Mr. Steven is like people don't want to listen to you. With the pressure and all that, how were you able to land your first remote job ranging from interview? See, the way people land their first remote job is different too. Some people, it is through referral. I have a coach that I refer her for job, and that was her very first remote job. Some people got job through referral. For me, my first remote job came from Upwork. And in all honesty, I didn't apply for the job. It was the invitation that I was talking about. You know, I spoke about invitation on Upwork, and I applied for the job, and the client started chatting with me. In fact, this executive assistant role, the full-time role that I just got from a company in the United States, it was just in what's it called? I applied, and the client only chatted with me on Upwork, and he hired me after the trial. Up till now, I'm working with the client. Up till now, we've never did any video call like this. I didn't even know how he looks like. He doesn't know how I look like, but I do see his profile picture. But saying we can't talk like this, like this. So that is why I said it's bigger. For some people, they will apply for the job, they will do interview. But ever since then, because my second job, I was interviewed twice. My second remote job, I was interviewed twice. And it was a travel company role. They are looking for a personal assistant for the CEO. And because I have relevant experience working as a personal assistant for the first person I worked with, I was able to use to pitch with that. That is why I always advise my students like if you want to know how to even answer job interview questions very well, it will come from your experience if you volunteer for people. That is why we have idealists, formerly known as volunteer match, where you can get gigs on how to apply on volunteer roles and you can gain relevant experience. Because during the interview, so many things they want to check. They want to check your confidence, they want to check your communication skills, they want to check if you understand the role. Those are the things that people want to check. That you truly understand the role you said you know how to do, things like that. That's what they want to that's what they want to learn. Well, I have a particular video on my channel here called Interview Tips. Maybe that can help. And I also have I have two videos about interviews on my channel. I did one when I started creating channel and creating videos on YouTube. So you might need to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. You will see and also watch the interview kit. Trust me, it has everything you need to ace job interviews. I promise you. So that is it. Angela is asking, all the jobs I applied to using job sites didn't click. That's why I'm switching to Upwork. Hopefully it works. See, no, I don't want to see anything hopefully. Yeah, it's good to be hopeful. Great. But my love, I want you to go correct on Upwork. Because if your first paragraph doesn't click, even when you apply for the best matches job, that is why if you want to try Upwork, for everybody watching me this morning, maybe this afternoon, before you start applying to any job on Upwork, go and watch my video on how to apply to jobs on Upwork. That will guide you so you don't burn your connect and make mistakes. Because one of the reasons people used to complain about Upwork is the fact that they burn all the 100 connects that they bought or even 300 connects and nothing worked. And it's as a result of how they are applying to those jobs. So you can go on my YouTube channel now and just go to my playlist. You see Upwork playlist. Everything about Upwork is there. Upwork playlist. Everything about Upwork is there. If you can take your time to watch and understand before you start applying to jobs on Upwork, it will really, 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 really help you. It will really, really help you. So, which site do you recommend for newbie VA for internship? Yeah, check this thing, idealist. Is it I think idealist? That is it. Because idealist they just partner with volunteer match. In fact, if you search for volunteer match, it is idealist that you still see because they merge together. And one thing about the merging is that you can now search for internship jobs, you can search for volunteer jobs, you can even search for real jobs. So I tried all these things and I realized that most of their internship jobs and their real jobs are more of looking for people from the United States, like looking for people from the United States. But their volunteer opportunities, they we have several companies that they want to hire international volunteers. So you might want to try that as well. So and if you are the type that you really have the time to work for them, you can look for volunteer jobs that you can work for like 10 to 20 hours per week so that you can really be good at what you do and it will really, really help you. So that is it. Abiodun is asking, how long did it take you to become so confident to apply for any interview? And the one thing I believe is professionalism builds confidence, though it might be little. See, one thing I can just say is that when it comes to being confident during an interview, it has to do with failing. I learned through failure because I failed a lot. So many questions that I didn't get right when they asked me. So many questions I didn't get right. And I learned from it and I got better. I always tell people if you fucked up during one interview, your second interview you will be better. If you fuck up in the second one, the third one you'll be much more better. If you fuck up in the third one, by the fourth, fifth one, trust me, you'll be confident to even know how to answer some basic questions. That is why I always tell people that if you want to ace job interviews very well, try to understand your role, your needs, your tools, and how you can use those tools to support your client. The moment you know it, you'll be able to use those things during your interview. Because one thing about these international clients is that they will not ask you stupid questions that if your father-in-law is now your mother-in-law, what will now happen to your great-grandfather-in-law? No. All their questions will be according to what they are looking for and how you can help them in that role. Those are where the questions will come from. Not if you want to be an animal, what type of animal will you be and why? It's only Nigerian company that will be asking you ridiculous questions. And at the end of the day, they won't still hire you. So I've never came across such ridiculous questions before in my life. But I know that the more you ace job interviews, the more you get better. That's just my own 2 cents. The more you ace job interviews, the more you get better. That's it. That is it. So, any other question? Sorry, yeah? I'm almost done washing this plate. If I don't wash it like that, then before you know, because me, I want to go out like this. I want to go and have lunch outside. Have fun small because no be me to do them. As my pikin no dey house now, let me say make I enjoy my single life. I go see person wey go post me. Which website would you recommend for an internship and on VA training as a lead? I just said it. If you are looking for internship, you can do code outreach as well for companies that you want to intern with them, or you go to volunteer match, which is now volunteer ID list. You will see those jobs there. But if you are looking for company for real internship and you want more results, I would say more of code outreach. And even if you are doing the code outreach, if you send them a message via their email, if you have their social media handle, go to their DM too and send it. Go to their DM on IG, send it. If it's on Twitter, go to their DM so that you can just say that hey, I've sent you an email before, but I'm just following up here to see if if you receive the email, blah blah blah. Just tweak it around, not just what you copied to their mail. You see the same thing, you just dump again on their thing. Because you are coming to me and saying that oh, I sent you a mail. I don't know if you get to see it. It's about this. I'm really like things like that. So that will also help because when you're applying for jobs, you need to be desperate, a professional desperate though. Not the type of desperate that people saying that my mother is the last born. I need money to survive. That's why you need to hire me. No, that's not the type of things that we're talking about here. First year here, Miami, Marfo. Well, I don't watch place finish. Waiting remain what I want to do for this kitchen. Nothing. If anything, then my husband will come do the rest. I'm not faking myself. I don't. So, guys, any other question? What's your advice for introvert like me? Well, wait, introverts is introvert people that they know if to talk, they are shy habit. Is that the English? First tell me first. Is that what you mean by introverts? People that are shy, know what to talk. Is that the definition? Sorry, Ross, I don't hear English like that, like that, like that. Now why I say make I first ask you. No verse. No verse, my sister. Thank God say I watched this play too. Yeah, well. My husband forgot his hairband. Mm, this is where- Tell me now, answer me. Introverts. Shebi people should answer me now. Who is an introvert? People are not ready to answer me. Leave me. If you have any question, let me know. It's almost 3. I need to run. It's almost 3. Person want chop lunch now. 3 o'clock. Before I reach there, dress finish. 4 o'clock done now. Can't thing be this. Can anyone hear me? It's like I'm talking to myself. Pop, 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 pop. Hmm. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà ọkùnrin ni mí o. Ọpẹ́ lorúkọ mi. Yay! God abeg o. You see one thing? You can't be a V and be an introvert. See, I used to be worse. I don't know how to like even coming on camera and talk like this, but I learned it over the years. Because as a virtual assistant, you will do more of meetings, you do more of sharing your screen, explaining, teaching your other co-workers everything. So you need to be confident. You will learn it on the job. That is just about say start learning it now. For me, my own is even worse that I don't make friends, I don't do anything. But the moment I started this virtual assistant journey, I realized that I need people to survive. I need to be able to speak up. If not, they will even rope you. Hmm. By the time they show you white and black, what's it called, politics. Hmm. You said go follow them sit down play the game. So I understand like being an introvert, but you need to learn. You need to learn how to just not like too extrovert like that. You get, but you can be confident and still be reserved. Yeah, but you really need to learn how to speak up, how to interact the right way, and also basically. But I'm not saying like you need to be jovial to play. I don't play at office where I just work strictly. The kind of laugh that I used to laugh when I'm working. First tell you guys, it's like this. Let's assume we are in a meeting, everybody is now laughing, telling their story like you don't finish. I know they laugh past that one for my life. Any meeting, they like when they talk about their family problem, I don't go talk. I will just be laugh. Hey, Cassandra, how about you? How about your husband? And they are fine. They are fine. Just leave that one like that. You people should be telling me the story of your life. Just do your work, be good at what you do, and you'll be fine. That's just it. That's just it. So, guys, please let me go. Let me go and get dressed and go out. I really, really need it. I really, really need it. Let me go and call my husband. Make that one come send me money first. Because it's not me that will use my money to go out. I cannot come and kill myself. That's why I'm a wife. I need to go, my love. If self comes to be catch me, it's like say I don't even know what I want. Say make I sleep small. If I sleep small now, nice go reach. I no go fit come out again. I'm even tired of it. You're welcome. So guys, I'll catch up with you next week. Yeah, I have some free time next week. I'll catch up with you guys. If you are yet to subscribe to our channel, please do. And please don't forget to engage in our videos. It's a lot. And please don't skip ads. I used to tell you people, don't skip my ads. That is how I used to collect this 50 cent, $1 from YouTube. People, Mr. Steven, you've been skipping my ads. YouTube used to tell you, like, you see that boy used to skip it like this. I know you. What would be, I don't know, honestly. I think now I need to have, like, I don't want to have, like, a certain period for my live session because I am busy. I can't predict. If someone even tell me that I will be live on TikTok and YouTube today, I will say no. I was about sleeping. I was just like, and the sleep did not come. I was like, okay, let me just go live and just catch up with my people. If not, you won't even see me live today. You won't even see me on live session today. But it's nice to catch up with you people. It's nice to, and I'll keep it in mind to make videos about LinkedIn. Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. LinkedIn. Hmm. I'll try. So guys, thank you so much and bye bye.